Hey, it's Melissa. I'm the publisher and writer at Wanging Dude Publishing. Thank you so much for being part of the channel. I'm writing a book, my own memoir, that I'm publishing myself through Wanging Dude Publishing, and that will be available spring of 2025. And so I'm sharing videos of my journey through that will eventually evolve into interviews with people involved in the book industry. So I wanted to do a video about typos because it seems like I was trying to compare it to something like socks in the laundry where you always are missing a sock. I'm always missing a sock. Or I'm trying to think of something else like, ghost in the machine kind of thing. So I wrote the manuscript and I spent a year on the manuscript and I reread that thing and reread that thing and reread that thing. I sent it to my editor. She went through it twice and then I got it back and I read it again in between the two times that she took a look at it. And then I sent it to the book editor or the book, not the editor, but the book designer, the one who's actually designing the interior of the book. And she's going through it as she's going through the design. And she said to me that, it doesn't matter how many times you look at a manuscript, you're going to find a typo. And so I shared with you the fact that there's some close friends that I've shared the edited book design and manuscript with. Because I thought, you know what? I need one extra set of eyes because I've looked at this so much to tell me your thoughts, typos, sentences that don't make sense. Like somebody who's fresh to the scene, who's not doing it professionally. And sure enough, one of my friends has texted already 2 typos. And I thought, does every author go through this? Because you would think, and yes, people have spell check. There have been still typos. Then I am going to do the galleys here soon, which a galley is a rough print of the book to send to reviewers. And I wonder if anybody's going to come back with a typo after that, but that's the purpose of it. So again, this whole process has helped me to appreciate publishing and authors and books because, I don't have a book in hand's reach right now, but I never thought about how much that thing has been looked over. I realize now that the books that you read, fiction, nonfiction, doesn't matter what it is. If it flows, if it's easy to read, if it's something you can't put down, boy, that was a lot of effort and talent in that writer to do it. And I know that, I'm not telling you something that you probably haven't already thought, but boy, doing this process has made me realize that if it's smooth and you can't put it down, then that is the excellence of not only the writer, but the editor, the book designer, the friends, the book clubs or the writers clubs they're a part of that have taken a look at it. So, in my mind, I give so much credit to the author, which they deserve most of the credit, right? They came up with the idea. But what I didn't realize is all those unknown people behind the scenes that helped them and gave them the feedback and said, you probably shouldn't do this. And, there's a typo here on page 47. Just all these things that the writer who's still in charge has to incorporate or not incorporate in the decision-making process of their manuscript. But yes, typos. And my friend, I don't know what page she's on. She's not even halfway through. So hopefully by the time it gets to you, there won't be any typos. But just know, if there's a period missing, a comma missing, a typo, you do your best with the hundreds of pages of manuscript. I'm not saying it's still unacceptable for them to be there, but I'm just saying don't assume that nobody's looked over the manuscript. But I appreciate you being part of it. You can support the channel. Down below, there's several ways to do it, that's not expensive, but everything, since I'm publishing the book myself, anything that you contribute is going to the cost of the publishing. So it goes right into the book. And of course, again, I hope that you were willing to buy the book when it comes out. So Thank you so much for being part of the channel. Let me know if you have any questions, anything you want to talk about, and we'll talk next time. Bye-bye.